Tonight, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something that's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Love's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, just shy of 140 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Love, over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Well, this defense for the Texans, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown! Jalen Guyton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 54 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Wilson. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, Love. Midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, throw complete here to Waller. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
These two teams all tied after one. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Love.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
A nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team. Maybe get.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Adafe Owe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Love. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Armstrong. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Able to find Isabella. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the counter, it's Taylor. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends, and what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles. And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
First down, going to the air with Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best. and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount, here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A man over the middle, and it's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down, Love to pass. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Love back to it here after the pick 6. He gets this to Coulter complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, it's Love. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They find some open field here. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon halftime here in weeks. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're in. right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend, but not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all, and you and I both know this about this division. It's been wide open and extremely competitive, and it was again this year. So for a team to come away with the division title and get to the playoffs, you know they'll be battle-tested for their run in January and into February.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Taylor. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jonathan Taylor becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carter with it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Love now to pass on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They overloaded that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And he'll run here with Carter. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long for Love. He sets to fire deep. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Indy set to go on offense once more. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
The Love's throw taken in by Coulter. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Love. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Love firing quickly here, and that's complete.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run. It's Carter. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
To throw now. Here's Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now it's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Houston. Andy Isabella, 89 yards. And the Texans stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Love now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Going back to Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Love. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A second down throw for Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Christian Barmore busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Houston's offense taking over again, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one, you're exactly right. Clean sweep, and boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Love looking to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And now here is another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now Love. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love able to hit his target, Lamb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
52's the mark, boys, 52.
One last shot now for Love. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put the